Hey guys, it's me again, and I'm going to introduce you guys to Darren. He's sleeping right now because he just ate, so hopefully he's a good boy. So I'm going to talk about, first of all, Darren is 1 week, so this is going to be his 1 week update, and then I'm kind of going to also go over a little bit of postpartum stuff. So postpartum wise, the last time that I weighed myself was at 37 weeks, and I was 149.8 pounds, so basically 150 pounds. I weighed myself this morning and I'm 127 pounds now, so I've already lost 22 pounds just in 1 week. Very lucky. I'm not doing anything special. I'm not starving myself or anything like that. In fact, I've never been more hungry. Hi! Yeah. So I think it's just I've just been breastfeeding and eating. Hi, honey. So I'm really lucky with that, and this is the first day that I've actually felt pretty good and I haven't needed to take like ibuprofen or anything like that. I was really sore because I had the episiotomy and stuff, and I had been bleeding a lot, but it's finally starting to go away a little, and I'm finally starting to feel more like myself, so that's been good. Baby Darren had his first pediatric appointment a couple days ago, and the doctor said everything was actually looking really good. At the hospital, he was 6 pounds 2 ounces and 19.5 inches long, and then at his appointment, which I think was just 3 days after we were discharged from the hospital, he was 6 pounds 1 ounce and 20 inches long. So he only lost an ounce, so that was really good, especially since I had been breastfeeding. So he told me to stop supplementing as well, because I was doing a little bit of supplementing with my breast milk because he was jaundiced, but he said he wasn't really jaundiced anymore, so I didn't have to do that, so I stopped doing that. So we're just breastfeeding now. And honestly, I thought that the breastfeeding would be super hard, and my biggest challenge. And it was only challenging in the hospital until the lactation consultant came in and showed me the proper way to do it and everything. And once she showed me that, like, it's not really painful anymore. Only the first couple like sucks, and then it's not really painful. I am using a nipple shield because he doesn't really take it without it. And I had mentioned before that I had inverted nipples, so that's probably part of the reason. The consultant told me to try, every day without it to see, if he'll take it, because he might eventually take it, but I hadn't been doing that, but I should. And I have been pumping as well. That's been going really good. I don't know if I mentioned it in my last video, but when the consultant came in, she said that I was producing a lot of colostrum, like the most she had seen or whatever. And that day I was, the most on that floor. And my milk is coming like crazy. I know some people like have to drink special teas or eat like oatmeal, but I haven't had any problems, and I'm going through breast pads like crazy. Like, I have to change them all the time. So I've been pumping as well, and that's been going good. He does not really care for the bottle though, so we keep practicing so I can, eventually go back to work and leave. But so far he hasn't really been too interested in the bottle. But we're going to try again today. There was one thing that was not completely normal at his checkup. He basically has something called concealed penis. I've never even heard of it. But the doctor said if we wanted to circumcise that he wouldn't be able to do it there. He would have to give us a referral to a urologist, because the way he explained it was like the base of his penis is like way down there, and he has like a lot of extra skin, like it attaches at a weird spot. He said it shouldn't be anything that we should worry about. It's just cosmetic at this point. But he did say if we did want to circumcise that we would have to wait till he's like 3 months, and you have to go under general anesthetic and like all this crazy stuff. So now we don't really know what we're doing about that. I don't know enough about it to make a decision anyway, so we're just going to make an appointment with the urologist and go from there and see what he says and what he recommends is best for baby. So Darren, his favorite things, he loves sleeping. He sleeps all the time, and that is actually the biggest challenge of breastfeeding. I have to constantly wake him up. So when we're breastfeeding, even though he only spends like 5 to 10 minutes on each boob, it still takes us like an hour and a half to breastfeed because he's constantly falling asleep. So I have to keep waking him up, waking him up. I undress him completely. We change his diaper in between boob. We burp him. We change positions. We try all of that, and still, you know, it just takes a long time. So that's the hardest thing, is keeping him awake for breastfeeds, because he sleeps a lot. I don't know if it's all newborns or if he's just a really sleepy guy or what, but for every single day he just sleeps, sleep, sleep. So when he's not eating, he is sleeping. It's very rare that he's like alert and active, but when he is, I have done tummy time a couple times with him, but it's very rare that he's actually awake. So he loves sleeping, and he does like to be swaddled. The initial putting him in the swaddle, he gets a little fussy, but once he's there, he loves it, and that's probably another reason why he sleeps so much, is because he's swaddled, and so it helps him sleep. He loves boob. If he gets irritated or mad or cold, and I just fed him, he'll all of a sudden want boob again. Like, it's his comfort. And he does like the boba wrap. When I took him to the pediatrician, we did the wrap, and he was cool with that. And let's see, he hates being cold a lot, and he hates his diaper changed a lot, like a lot. Almost every time I change him at nighttime, he pees on me, and I mean, I don't really mind it, but at nighttime it sucks, because then like I have to start laundry and like all this crazy stuff. But we have been getting a lot of sleep. I don't know if you can tell, but I look pretty awake. He's been sleeping 3 to 3.5 hours in between feedings. So at nighttime, basically, we've been going to bed kind of late, which isn't like us, but when we go to bed late, he only wakes up once at night. So we're getting like 6 to 7 hours of sleep. And then when he wakes up at the last time, sometimes we'll just stay awake. Today, we actually stayed awake for a little bit, but then went back to bed. But it was not always like this. The first 2 nights that he came home, we thought he hated the bassinet, because every time we put him in there, he would fuss, and all night he would kind of make noises, and he would squirm and be like, and he wouldn't sleep. He wasn't sleeping. He just kept pretending like he wanted to feed over and over again, but he didn't. Once I held him, he'd go to sleep. We didn't know what was wrong. We thought he just didn't like the bassinet, and he wanted to be near us and stuff like that. But one morning when we came up, my husband turned the heater on, and he went to sleep like immediately, and he's like, I think he's just been really cold. So we figured out that he had been cold at night in the bassinet, so we bought him one of those sleeping sacks, and ever since we did that, he sleeps now 3 to 3.5 hours at night. Before, it was like I was getting up every hour doing stuff with him. So that was a big difference. So sleeping sack was a bonus. So if you guys are having trouble keeping your little ones sleeping that are newborn, sleeping sacks are great. Sometimes I worry if he's getting too hot though, so like I'll check him, but so far so good. And that's pretty much all of our updates. I'm going to go ahead and show you little Darren. He's so tiny. Yeah, you want to say hi to YouTube? Want to say hi, honey? Oh, he's adorable. Let's say hi. Say hi to YouTube. Say hi, YouTube. Say hi. He's got a little grumpy face on. Oh, he wants to sleep all day. Say hi. Hi, YouTube. Yeah. 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 His cute little hat, and he has a little frog. I don't know if you can see his little frog outfit on. It's a little too big for him. He's long, like he fits it lengthwise, but not like girth-wise. He's a skinny boy right now. Aren't you, skinny boy? I would love to like wake him up. Let me take off his hat so you can see his hair. We think he's gonna be blonde. We hope. We hope this is his hair. He has lots of hair. Let me see if I can open his eyes. Let's see if we can open his eyes. Wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey. So I can pretty much do anything to him when he's sleeping. As you can see, he's like a total newborn. He likes to sleep. See? I'm like sleeping. Boom. Wake up, Darren. We want to say hi. YouTube wants to see your eyes. Wakey, wakey. You want to wake up for YouTube, huh? No? I might not be able to get his eyes open. He doesn't open them that often. He's just a sleepy guy. Yeah, you're just a sleepy guy, huh? And he's not even swaddled right now. He's just really comfortable. He's just really comfy and warm. Yeah. You can see him up close. Oh, you hear that? Do you hear that, YouTube? He says he doesn't want to wake up for you guys. He definitely looks a lot like my husband, even his like little profile is like my husband's face, like his nose and lips and stuff. No, you don't want to say hi with your eyes open. Maybe we can get you to do it next week. Oh, he says no, he's done. Mama, I'm done. I'm done. Okay, we'll see you next time with the eyes open, huh? Okay, bye, YouTube. Oh, bye. Bye. Alright guys, we will see you. I'll probably try to post an update next week, especially since I didn't get his eyes in there. So we'll probably post an update sometime next week. Bye guys, thanks for watching.